Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is the first edition of Songs from the Hart Songwriting Workshop. Originally, it was done out of the White Hart Public House, and now we're bringing it from the room of Leon's Live. So, thank you to the crew of Leon's who has helped make this possible. Really appreciate it. I'm sitting here with the first guest and the co-creator of the songwriting workshop. It's Dan Yard. How you doing today, Dan?
Great, Eric. Nice to be here.
Oh, great to have you. I wanted you to be the first guest because we helped put this together. As you know, a little while back, we had a lot of cover acts performing at the White Hart, and for original songwriters like you and I, there was something missing.
Absolutely. This is what we wanted to do, is encourage people to be a little more creative, to come up with their own thing rather than doing covers, right, all the time.
Yeah, and I want to say thank you, since we're here. Thank you so much for everything that you did, for all the performers, inviting them over to your house and going through the sessions, being inspired. You and I have had a lot of talks over the songwriting
Absolutely.
Workshop.
It's been a great creative process, and it by involving other people, either writers and other musicians, and getting as much input as we can on this thing, it's made it a little more diverse and a little more interesting.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, somebody's phone's going off. Probably can't hear that anyways. So I just want to talk to you. I want to ask you about your music career. Well, let's talk about that.
Okay, well, when I was first starting out as a musician and performer in high school, I always got encouragement from my mother, who was a piano player, vocalist, always singing around the house and playing the piano. And one thing she always said to me was, be original.
Cool.
And, write your own songs and perform your own songs. And if you're doing cover songs, do them your own way. So that was my inspiration. That I kind of locked onto that. And in my early days, even as a teenager, when we got our first band together, we recorded some original songs. Awesome. We went to L.A. with a demo tape and knocked on doors, and cool. We got a record deal. We were all just young guys, and we had some records released in the States and Canada, and it was a very exciting time. But then it all goes back to that encouragement I got to be original.
Awesome. That's great. You and I, like I said, we've had lots of talks over the past several months, and also building this workshop. You talked about you got to work with Frank Soda. What was that like?
Frank Soda, when he first moved back out here from Toronto, of course, Frank's a total pro. He had his career going in Toronto, 5 albums on the Epic Records label, and doing big shows back there. And I was a fan, and I never thought I'd actually meet him and then get to play with him. So it was an awesome experience. So I joined his power trio as a bass player, and we did some big shows. So it's great working with people who are well rehearsed and know their thing, know what they want to do. They have a strong presentation, and
awesome.
It's just a lot of fun. We had a ton of fun with that, blowing his head up on stage, and Great fun.
A lot of stage theatrics for those at home watching. So Dan, I want to talk about the songwriting workshop now. What made you feel like, because I know you're passionate about it. You're calling me. You're calling all the different performers. I know that you're passionate about it. And what I want to ask is why.
Okay. Well, as you know, there was a lull in the because of COVID. COVID has caused all kinds of interruptions, and that last shutdown that the BC government, when they ordered all restaurants to shut down, there was that lull there where a lot of people were like looking for something to fill that gap. And I thought, well, this is a good chance to get people. And we had already started this idea of the workshop, so it was a good idea to. And people were writing songs right off the bat. I know you were
the first one. Yeah,
you were very encouraging about that when we had those first sessions at White Hart and throwing out ideas into the audience, and people were. Remember, we wrote one song right there off the floor on that first session.
I think that was with Terry.
That was with Terry,
and that's also on the demo as well.
That's right. Yeah. So, and then out of that first session, Anne Marie DiPaolo, she called me the next day and said, I dreamed a song last night. So that song has ended up on the demo as well. And
awesome.
So it got the creative juices going, and then it was only a natural to get other musicians involved, so that you had that even though they were not in on the writing process, they were contributing musical ideas to the recording aspect, and we got some great recordings out of it with some really good musicians. So so I'm really excited about it. It's a potpourri of ideas from writers and musicians. So, it's going to be a really cool little project once everyone gets a chance to hear it.
And it was a lot of fun working with you on that, by the way. And we're going to actually listen to one of those songs that Dan wrote. This really got the demos starting to roll. He said, Eric, I was really inspired by what you set up there, and I'm coming up with a song, and this song is called Good Times. So I'm going to get up there and perform that. So you're going to hear it now here on Songs from the Heart.
Thanks, Eric. Yeah, actually, this was something that an idea that Eric put to the floor that one particular night there. And I started scribbling some lyrics down right on the spot, and then, finished the song off later.
All right.
And it was an idea, too. It was an idea about being positive.
Yeah.
And I remember you were saying that, too. So this song is about being positive when things aren't going all that well for you. It's called Good Times. Good times, good times, good times, a real good time. Everybody's got opinions, I guess, about this thing called happiness. I guess I'll find out when I get down that road. Never knew life could be so tough. I guess I'll keep going till I've had enough. Everybody's got to carry their own burdens, carry their own load. Good times were good for me. I hope you find some good times, baby. Then you'll see that when things go bad, what the good times will do for you. We got to take the bad with the good. Somebody told me this, now it's understood. Everybody's got to carry their own burden, their own load. Sometimes that hurricane's gonna blow, and you don't know which way that wind's gonna go, till it rips apart everything you worked for all of your life. We all know that when those bad times come, that the clouds are gonna part and we'll see the sun, and the bad times will fade away into a clear blue sky. Good times were good for me. I hope you find some good times, baby. Then you'll see that when things go bad, what the good times will do for you. We got to take the bad with the good. Somebody told me this, now it's understood. I hope you find some good times before your time is through. Sometimes when I think about it, I wonder where I'd be without the bad times. Because the bad times, they help us see what kind of person we're supposed to be. Good times were good for me. I hope you find some good times, baby. Then you'll see that when things go bad, what the good times will do for you. We got to take the bad with the good. Somebody told me this, now it's understood. I hope you find some good times before your time is through. One more time. Good times were good for me. I hope you find some good times, baby. Then you'll see that when things go bad, what the good times will do for you. We got to take the bad with the good. Somebody told me this, now it's understood. I hope you find some good times before your time is through. Good times, good times, good times, real good times. Good times were good for me.
All right, and we're back on Songs from the Heart Songwriting Workshop. We're sitting with Dan. That's a wonderful song, Dan. Good times.
Thank you.
You want to say some more about that? I love that song.
Thanks very much, Eric. Well, it was actually an idea that you put to the crowd that night about being positive. And it's always good to, it's always difficult to be positive when things aren't going right, but
yeah, true.
and we've had a lot of people very depressed over COVID, especially musicians who've been cooped up, not being able to get out and play, perform, do what they love doing.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about that. So that's basically what the song is trying to say, is keep the spirits up.
Well, I think that's a fantastic song. I was getting a little emotional over there listening to you play it. Just very well done lyrics. You know, we worked on that song, Runaway, together. Dan actually learned all the parts to the song, recorded all the instruments for my song, and I just thought, what a great guy doing this. Is very flattered. I said, why don't you sing on that song? So what I'm trying to say is that I really appreciate you as a songwriter and a lyricist.
Absolutely, Eric. I really appreciate that. But, it's, when you hear a good song, you're inspired to want to do something with it, make it sound as good as it can sound. And that's something that I've always, arranging, something I've always enjoyed doing is hearing something that'll make that song come to life. And I think with your song, I think it's just an amazing song and so emotional from the heart.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I was really happy that when I came over to your place, I had heard that the other performers had been working on their songs. You had told me. I remember Mark was in the car. Just so you know, Mark Bignell's in the back there. Hey, Mark. So that's why I pointed to him. But basically, all these different nights.
Yeah.
Night after night.
Yep. That we
talking back and forth.
Yeah. That it was good because it was encouraging. And we all needed encouragement. That was a very dark period.
Yeah. Well, Dan was really positive. He was really hopeful. We were dealing with all the different restrictions. Everybody had their own things going on. Dan would always come to the table and say, oh, yeah, the songwriting workshop's going great. The demos are going great. Hey, I just had John Nelson over the other night.
Yeah.
I just had... Dan, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, well, it's just when people come over and they get into the creative process, well, you tend to forget your troubles. You tend to forget all the negativity that was surrounding us because of this COVID thing and all these restrictions. So yeah, people were really. It was great to see how it was lifting people's spirits up. That's the part that I like about this whole process, is that it's when you get someone writing a song, then they're focusing on something creative and positive, and then the problems or the restrictions you tend to push in the background. They're not as important, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I found was happening, and then we got musicians over to contribute ideas and just some amazing performances too, like by some really good players. So, yeah. So
let's talk about some of those players, Dan.
Well,
who do we got on the album?
We've got that keyboard player. You would know who I'm talking about. He was on the on Ismat and Charles Lisney's song.
Oh yeah.
And he's performed at the White Hart. That Monday night we had that songwriting night with I forget her name now. She
was it Craig
Blackburn? Is that
Rob Blackburn?
Rob Blackburn.
Yeah. Rob Blackburn,
amazing keyboard player.
And Sarah performed on one of the nights for the songwriter series.
That's right.
And yeah.
And Rob
had Rob over.
Rob came over, and he put an amazing keyboard. In fact, it was so good that I told him to record 3 solos, and then we try to pick the best one, which I couldn't do. So I tried to mix
to choose,
them.
Rob.
Yeah,
hey.
Just amazing. Well, so he's just one of the many players that we had could contribute. We had. She's like I can't remember the other keyboard player's name. We were over at a rehearsal space I took my recorder over there, and we recorded some other keyboard parts. This keyboard player, I think his first name is Don. He happened to be just there, and he said, "Well, I don't think I can contribute much." Well, he was just amazing. So these performances are surprising how good these people were, and how much it helped the creative process. Made the song sound great.
What about the songwriters themselves? We've got Terry, got Anne Marie
DePella. We got Ismat Morali, and the song she wrote with Charles Lisney.
Awesome.
And
which she performed at one of the songwriting sessions.
Yeah, that was fun. We did that with Steve and Dirk.
Dirk Henke.
That one
Rest
night.
in peace, my friend. Yeah,
he was a big part of this. We should dedicate a show just to Dirk, but he has contributed a couple of songs to this demo, this album, and he played bass on another song, and he played guitar on another song. So Dirk's footprint is all over this thing. So and I'm glad we did that. This is where the recording process is so cool, because when you record something, it's there for posterity. It's there forever, and whatever happens. So I'm glad we did that, and I'm glad Dirk was a part of that.
Absolutely. He we'll get into more about Dirk on his episode, but basically he felt very passionate about the Songs from the Heart songwriting workshop demo. And he did a couple of songs on there. He also sang for vocals on Anne Marie's song. So we'll get into that at another time. But obviously, his footprint was left on it, and he's sorely missed. So thank you very much, Dirk.
Wherever
if you're
you
up
are
there watching right now, then a big thank you from all of us. We're going to get into a song that brings back a lighter time, a nostalgic time, and it's about a pizza joint. Dan, you want to talk about this one?
Well, Graham Newberry.
Hi, Graham.
We all know Graham. He came to me one day with a poem that his father wrote. Now, his father, Alan Newberry, has a history in radio and as a jock. And he's long since retired. He's in his 80s now. He's living in Kerrisdale, and he writes poetry. So Graham came to me one day and said, I got a poem that my dad wrote. Can you put some music to it? So,
and it's fantastic.
And this song is about, it could be about any lonely person living in a big city. And that's what the theme of the song is. Like, sometimes you feel that you have no one in your life. And you could call it a sad tune, but it's really quite a common theme.
What happened when this was all made up? I heard some of the folks down at the Pizza Joint is a place.
The Pizza Joint is an actual place in Kerrisdale where Alan Newberry goes a lot, and they know who he is there. They know him by name.
Cool.
So this is the thing, you get lost in the big city, but you have a hangout. And everybody knows you at that hangout. So when you walk in the door, it's like, hi, Alan, how's it going? But you walk down the street and nobody knows who you are. So that's what this song is sort of telling, the story of a lonely person, but he has one place where he feels he belongs,
Awesome.
Just like all of us, right? We have one place where we feel at home, right? And they know who we are.
Yeah, exactly. Right? So just a quick side note here. So, what was the process like with Graham? This is the episode we're going to talk about that. I seen a CD, and it's got some credits.
Yeah. So what happened was Graham came over, and I had a track basically recorded, but it didn't have a bass line on it, and he brought over his bass guitar.
Graham's a great bass player.
He's a great bass player. So he put the bass part down, and I had some ideas for some backup vocals on a couple of parts, and he helped me with that. So he would have a footprint on his dad's song, right? Which is only right, only cool.
I talked with him about it. He said that Dan, he really appreciated that song. Thank you so much for doing that.
Oh, he was really happy with it. And he took it to the Pizza Joint, and they play it all the time at the Pizza Joint. They're all humming along and singing along. It's very cool.
But it really meant a lot to him and his father. And he just wanted to say thank you so much.
That's very cool. And again, like I was saying to you before, this is a collaboration between two people who've never met. So it's almost like the old Elton John days when Bernie Taupin would send him lyrics, he'd write the song, and they weren't even in the same room. So I still haven't met Alan, and I've spoken with him, and he wants to take me out for dinner. I said, well, where are we going to go, Alan? We're going to go to the Pizza Joint.
Of a relationship?
Absolutely, man.
So we're going to listen to this song, Down at the Pizza Joint, written by Alan Newberry and performed by Dan Yard here on the Songs from the Hart Songwriting Workshop.
Thanks, Eric. Yeah, so this is a poem that Alan Newberry wrote, and I put some music to it, and this is how it came out.
Awesome.
So this is Down at the Pizza Joint. Lyrics written by Alan Newberry, and about a lonely old guy. I'm so lonely on the street, I got no one to meet. Folks rush by, they walk so fast, I just wanna say what's the point. I just wanna scream, what's your point? I'll meet you at the Pizza Joint. I'm so sad and I know I'm not bad, but so lonely. They ignore me, they don't know me, but they know my name. Down at the Pizza Joint, they know my name. Down at the Pizza Joint, I'm somebody at the Pizza Joint. They know my name. Down at the Pizza Joint, I got no one to meet. They treat me like a geek. Folks rush by, they walk so fast, I just wanna say what's the point. I just wanna scream what's your point. I'll meet you at the pizza joint. I'm so sad and I know I'm not bad, but so lonely. They ignore me, they don't know me, but they know my name. Down at the pizza joint, they know my name down at the pizza joint. I'm somebody at the pizza joint. They know my name down at the pizza joint. On the street I'm just a face. They treat me like a disgrace. They walk by, look down at me. I just wanna say what's the point. I just wanna scream what's your point. I'll meet you at the pizza joint. I'm so sad and I know I'm not bad, but so lonely. They ignore me, they don't know me, but they know my name. Down at the pizza joint, they know my name down at the pizza joint. I'm somebody at the pizza joint. They know my name down at the pizza joint. Alan Newberry. Thanks for the lyrics.
All right, we're back on Songs from the Heart Songwriting Workshop. We're sitting here with Daniel Yard. That was Down at the Pizza Joint by Alan Newberry, and obviously performed by Dan Yard. Dan, that sounded awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Eric. It was fun writing that tune, and yeah, it was just a great thing to do for somebody, you know?
So Alan, he had the lyrics, he had the poetry.
Well, he writes poetry.
Yeah.
That's what Graham says he does now. So
how did you write the music behind that?
well, you know, sometimes, like we were talking about this before, sometimes when you get a poem, a poem has a rhythm to the lyrics. When you're reciting a poem, as you know, you're reciting a poem, it creates a rhythm in the lyrics. And to me, sometimes melodies jump out of those rhythms. I'll tell you, part of my past was writing radio jingles, and I did this many years ago.
I didn't know that.
and that's what radio jingles is all about. They give you a theme or a product name, and they tell you you've got 30 seconds or 15 seconds to come up with a catchy hook. So for me, it was always great working with themes. To write a song out of nothing is a lot harder than writing a song when you're given an idea. So to me, it was it was a
Cool.
It was a cool thing to do for somebody, like I say, especially an old guy like Alan, and he's a lonely old guy, and he would never imagine that the poetry that he's writing would one day, turn into a song.
Yeah.
He's just so happy about it.
Now they're playing it at the pizza joint.
Yeah, I can hardly wait to go there with him. It'll be just the coolest experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. If you're going down to the pizza joint with Alan Newberry, then I'd like to come.
Absolutely, you're
like
welcome to come.
I'd like to see that moment, nostalgic moment.
Yeah,
sure. No, Graham would.
Absolutely, man. It's a unique experience. Something like this when you're collaborating with someone you don't know. Yeah,
cool, man.
Very interesting.
Well, thank you so much, everybody. Dan, it's a pleasure. We'll definitely have you on for more episodes. Thank you so much for being co-creator.
Thanks for asking me.
Thank you for everything. Thank you for recording all the songs, which we'll have coming soon. We're going to break down more of the different songs.
Yeah, and get the different songwriters on to talk about their songs and how they came up with their ideas. And
And what we did was we at the songwriting workshop, which we used to do every Monday, and now we're turning it more online here, is that we had a theme for the people at home who wanted to write along with us. Okay, so the theme this week, it's kind of based on the pizza joint, is, so what's your safe haven? It doesn't have to be a pizza joint. It doesn't have to be.
But it could be, but it doesn't have to be.
Exactly, it could be. Could be pizza joint part 2.
Could be your pizza joint.
Yeah. Come to my pizza joint. Yeah, but what's your safe haven? Okay, we want you to write a song about that. Just write down. Let the pen flow. Verse, chorus, verse. If you don't know about that, then just ask some questions on the Songs from the Hart songwriting workshop group. We got 67 members now, and we're happy to have more. We want to have some more songwriting series coming up with different performers, and this is the first episode. So thank you very much for being here today. Dan, thank you so much.
It's been a lot of fun, man. Thank you. Thanks for having me along.
Awesome. Yeah, it's my pleasure. And, of course, we'll definitely have you again, right?
All right. Good.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks to Leon's and all the staff here helping make this come true. Thank you. Thanks for watching.